It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of Formula One action. We're not expecting too many retirements at this circuit. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher, who made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. Located 12 miles northeast of the Hungarian capital Budapest, the 14 corners of the Hungaroring are steeped in history and prestige. Overtaking's always been difficult on this technical 2.7-mile track, but the last few years in particular have turned up some exceptional races. So let's hope we're in for another one here today. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Fernando Alonso completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Perez, Norris, Russell, Hamilton, Leclerc, Oscar Piastri, Albon, Stroll, Daniel, Gasly, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Ocon, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, and Zhou Guanyu. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me for this afternoon's commentary, Naomi Schiff. Good afternoon, Gnomes. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish, but let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Well, the race is certainly not won in the first lap, let alone turn one. However, what you can do is prepare yourself ahead of time. Visualize what could potentially happen, different scenarios and where you could place your car, and that will better prepare you to make the right decision with instinctive timing.
Right, this track needs a lot of downforce, so it won't have as much top speed. The good news though is that it's going to make our DRS even more effective than normal. Try to make the most of it in the race and quali if you can.
Okay, well, as you can see, we are starting in 12th position. Yesterday was, let's say, good qualifying, because I think the position is good for starting here to fight for points. We are only 2 positions away from points. But obviously, by the other hand, I was beat by my teammate Alex, that is just in front of me, starting on P10. He did an amazing lap in Q2, being 4th, almost 5 tenths faster than me, and it was incredible. But also that means that I was not able to extract the maximum potential of the car. That here we have major upgrades as well in the chassis. The car is extremely good right now. We are the 6th team, even we are closer to the 5th, which is Aston Martin. Just at the front of me is Stroll. The driver who will have to fight with today, and my teammate for points. This is the last points position. But now, guys, it's very important to say, first of all, it's overcast. This weather, we have this kind of weather, very cloudy, very overcast during the whole practice sessions, even with a bit of rain. Even Q3 wasn't rain. If you watch the lap times of the top 10 drivers in the starting grid graphics, I was not able to fight to be on Q3, but it was raining a bit even. And today is not rain expected, will be full dry race, but maybe this kind of overcast situation can help us to the tire wear. Maybe the track temps are a bit lower, and that can help us today. Because let's see the strategy, because in this track, it's absolutely crucial, the strategy and the starting position. It's extremely difficult to pass here. It's not Monaco, but it's almost like Monaco, so the start will be crucial. If we can gain some places at the start, it can make the difference at the end. So let's see the possible strategy. As you can see, very different strategies, guys. Very different strategies. But this is something today I have a lot of doubts about the strategy. I don't know what to do exactly, because we have a lot of options open. We only have for this race 1 medium and 1 hard. The rest is soft tires. Use soft tires that I use in qualifying, because in qualifying I put all the efforts into qualifying in a good position, because track position is important here, and I only I try to put to have all maximum soft tires possible. So that means only we have a medium and a hard. And I have that about the hard tire, guys. Here we are using the softest compounds, but the hard feels slow. And the soft, yesterday we were doing a race simulation with the soft and comparing it with the medium, and we saw that the soft, obviously the tire wear is higher, but it feels consistent. At least to do a couple of laps, 10, even 12, 14 laps is consistent, and it's a bit faster than the medium in the first 12, maybe 14 laps, and maybe that made me think to start on soft, as we are seeing now in this strategy. In both strategies, team is telling me to start the race on soft, and this is what I was having on mind, you know, since the beginning. Why? Because in the start, the priority here in the start is don't lose places and try to gain some places, and obviously to try to do the best start possible, we need the softest tires possible, that is the soft. That means also, if we're starting on soft, we have to take care of this tire a lot. In the first stint with high fuel, tire wear will be massively high. And we have to do a very good tire management strategy. And then we have two different options, as you can see here in the strategies, to use a new set, another set of soft and hard at the end, or to use the medium and a hard. Definitely I prefer to use the medium. I think the medium tire here is the best tire possible in terms of speed and tire wear, you know. Question is when to use this medium tire. I think to start on soft is mandatory. I mean, I think most of the drivers will start on soft, and we will do the same. As I said, here track position is crucial and the start is very important, so I think we have to start on soft. Then question is, we should to fit the medium tire in the second stint or in the third. Obviously, if we set the medium on the second stint, we have an advantage in terms, in case we have a safety car, immediately we put the second set of tires. That means if we put the medium tires and a safety car appears at the beginning of the second stint or in the first laps, we have the possibility to change during the safety car to the hard tire, and we know that we can do a lot of laps on this tire. By the other hand, if we switch the positions of the tires, putting this hard in the second stint and the medium at the end, if we have a safety car just at the beginning of the second stint with the hard, we cannot to put the medium during a safety car period, you know, because the medium cannot do 30-35 laps. Can do it, but you will lose a lot of time at the end. So the strategy the team is giving me here, I think, is the ideal one in case we are covered. In case a safety car appears at the middle of the race, we are starting on the soft at the beginning, and finally we can use the hard tire. My biggest concern here is the hard tire, because I have a very bad experience with the hards. Obviously it was a different situation because the hard we have in Spain was the C5, which is the hardest tire. Here the hard is the C3, that is 2 steps softer. But here on this track, at the beginning especially, the hard is very slow. And my concern here is, in the final stint, if I have the hard and cars in front of me have 2 sets of mediums and they use the medium at the end, I'm not sure if I will be competitive on this hard tire, guys. So that's the question, guys. So the problem is that I have not a new medium. I have not 2 mediums. If I will have them, I will use 2 mediums, but I have not them. I have not 2 mediums. So on my mind is the strategy, the alternate strategy for me seems the best one. I think we can adjust the number of laps per stint. Obviously here the undercut is very potential opportunity for everyone to gain places, but if you do the undercut very early in the race, you will suffer at the end. The team is giving me to stop here in the laps 18. Maybe we can play with that and to anticipate a bit the first stop. For example, pitting in lap 16. and even doing a couple of laps more on the hard tire, you know. In that way, I think even we can be consistently competitive, you know, doing something like that. That could be a good strategy. Consider that if we are able to do the undercut someone, we will have a very good chance to pass Stroll and Albon, that are probably my competitors here, if the start is good for everyone. And maybe we'll have chances to doing this undercut to these drivers to pass them and to be in points position. Question is if the other drivers will react to my strategy and they even pit earlier. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think everyone will stop between lap 18, 19, 20. If we anticipate 2 laps the stop, maybe we have a big chance of pitting, of undercut someone, and it's only just 2 laps earlier. I mean, the tires will last, you know, the medium and the hard, especially. That is a tire that you can do a lot of laps. I think this is the ideal strategy. Obviously, we can play with the numbers and try to do here in the alternative something really different. Let me experiment a bit. This is not a strategy I will use, but let me experiment a bit just to see the numbers. And I would like to see what happens if we do that. Putting this hard and the second stint and putting this off at the end, something like that. But as you can see, this strategy number says that will be 11 seconds slower. And what happens if we use the medium? Oof, even it's slower. So, wow, look at this one. Eh? This one is very interesting as well. That is switching the position between medium and the hard. Even you can see that you can gain time. Well, obviously, switching the tires position, the hard and the medium, the time, race time, should be the same. But the problem of this strategy is what I said before. Is you put the hard tire in the second stint, and you have, for example, in the lap, let's say, in the lap 30 or in the lap 32, 35, a safety car, we have to do, and you use the safety car window to do a pit stop and to save the time. You have to do a lot of laps on the medium, and that destroys your race because the medium cannot last in a good shape to 35 laps. And I think the ideal number of laps of the medium is 25 laps, no more. So that's why this strategy is definitely the best in case we have a safety car. So yeah, looking the numbers, I think definitely this strategy is extremely good, and I think it's the strategy we'll use most of the drivers. I think, let's see how many drivers have 2 sets of mediums, but that can make the difference, guys. If someone has 2 mediums, they will be faster than me, especially in the second stint. Fuel, wow, this is very important today. As you know, in this game I'm very good saving fuel. My driving style don't consume too much fuel. I'm very careful with the throttle and pedal, and my driving style helps to save even more fuel. In this game I'm not having troubles on fuel, but it's true that in this track the fuel consumption is very high. It's very high. So today I will be a bit more conservative than in other Grand Prix where I was starting on the limit. Here is 70 laps. I was starting like with 0.2 and I was finishing with 0.6, 0.7 even, but here I have the feeling that the fuel consumption is higher. Let's just in case to put 1 extra lap fuel, just in case, because yeah, you know, here it's not so easy to save fuel. It's a very slow track with a lot of slow corners where you have to accelerate, and in the acceleration is where you have to consume more fuel. So that's why this track is difficult for fuel saving. The setup, obviously, today, in general, during this weekend, I felt very comfortable with the setup. I did little changes. Today, I won't change anything. Let's put 56 for the start. But yes, I was down. I was down below a bit the pressure to gain a bit more of rotation. Maybe for race I will increase the pressure once again to the original Velia that had the original setup, because I think in that way we can save a bit the tires, adding a bit more of pressure. And here, as I said, tires will be crucial, saving tires as well, especially in the first stint with the soft, and also with the medium in the second stint. So let's see if increasing a bit the pressures can help a bit for the tire wear. And I think that's the strategy, guys, for today. Will be extremely interesting from the strategy point of view today. Let's see what other drivers do. I'm really curious to see the strategy of everyone, and let's try to play the undercut, guys. Let's try to play the undercut, especially in the first stint, pitting very early, and in that way to pass our rivals today, that is, as I said before, Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin, and our teammate. Once again, in this game we are having a lot of fights with our teammate. We have it in Imola, we have it in Canada as well at some point, obviously in last weekend in Silverstone. And today this is the target, guys. The target is to stay at the end where is Alex, that is in P10. Obviously we have a retirement of the cars in front, we will take it, but our fight is with our teammate once again. And obviously before we have to pass Stroll in the Aston Martin, and just behind, I think it's, I don't remember now, I think Tsunoda, maybe an RB or Gasly, I don't remember now, on Alpine, I don't remember who is just behind, but obviously the idea is to maintain behind these cars. All cars we have behind theoretically are slower than us in vehicle performance, so our mission is always looking ahead, and our target is Alex, which is in P10 points position. Obviously we are starting in the dirty side of the track. That's not good. Stroll will have advantage, as also I think it's Gasly, I don't remember who is behind of me, but anyway, will have advantage on me at the start. Good news is we have the inside in turn 1 and we have the outside in turn 2. That is a very interesting corner, guys. The outside of turn 2 is better to have the outside there because there is more grip there. Do you have the inside of 3 starting at this line, and then you can have a big chance of gaining places. So my idea should be to gain the place with Stroll at the start, but if I cannot do it, to prepare the car for turn 2 and to try the outside to Stroll, to place my car ahead of just behind Alex. Obviously this is very easy to say now and here, it's very difficult to do it, but my intention should be this one, to use the outside of turn 2 if we come in a good position to that corner in comparison to Stroll, and at least to stay behind Alex just in lap 1. If I can pass him, I will pass him, but that's the mission, and once we do that, it's long game, guys. It's about saving tires, especially the first stint. The first stint will be extremely crucial, extremely crucial, guys. If we use the soft, we will use the soft. Let's see what tires the rest of the cars will use, because if Stroll starts on medium or Alex, obviously we have a big chance in the starting on the softest tire. So no, will be very crucial, very interesting to see the race start, and the strategy will be also extremely crucial. I can't wait to start this race, guys. I can't wait. I hope to avoid contacts, because here is not like Silverstone. The track is narrow, not too much space. Yeah, so definitely we have to be cautious, to take care of us, to look around every time. But it's a race that I can't wait to drive for. I'm very curious to see the strategy of everyone. I can't wait to see if I'm able to save tires most than the rest of the cars. And this is what I'm gonna do now in 26 minutes, guys, here on Twitch, on my Twitch channel, DannyFloss1. In 26 minutes we will be racing there. So for the moment, that's it here. That's the race preview, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. That has been incredible in the last weeks. Your comments here in the comments below of my videos here on YouTube. Also, you are watching the streamings on Twitch, super interesting as well to see how you are watching the races, commenting. I cannot see the chat in the lives races. I can do it, but it's difficult for me to stay reading the chat and driving. But I see you leave your comments there supporting me, and it's very nice to see. It's very fun. And I really enjoy to see that you like to watch my races, and because I do this for fun, it's just a game. But it's very nice to see how you enjoy my gameplays as well. So finally, don't forget to subscribe, as I said before, on this YouTube channel, my gaming channel, where you can see all my sessions replay, but most importantly, follow me here to watch all the action on track on live with me, guys. So in 25 minutes, Hungarian Grand Prix, the strategy is prepared, is ready, everything is ready. We can fight for points, guys, but we have to beat once again to our biggest rival that is being this season, our teammate Alexander Albon. Lance Stroll ahead as well. This is the battle. Everything is ready to start the Hungarian Grand Prix in 25 minutes. See you there in just that 25 minutes. Thanks for watching, and let's race.